One man stands by a window, looking at the snow, pensively, deciding that driving in this is terrible. It's snowing. Welcome to Michigan. That was good.
Saturday, you know what that means. We're still adopted. Today's gonna be a little bit shorter. We're gonna do something a little bit simpler. We had a question come in not too long ago from I Heart My Noodle. Is it I Heart My Noodle or I Love My Noodle?
Something about it. We've just been calling you Noodle.
Noodle. We got a question in from Noodle recently, and so we're going to. This is the worst way of doing this.
So we got a question, and you were about to do it. We're gonna answer just one of the questions real quick that came in on the channel, and do something just real quick and a little different today. Before we launch into this, guys, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit that button down there.
Right.
That says subscribe, and then also that little bell icon next to it, so you'll get an alert when we put up more of this adoption content and answer those questions that come in, or whatever other ridiculous thing it is that we do on Saturdays.
Yeah, so if you don't get an answer that if we don't talk about something that you're interested in, that you have a question about, put it in the comments below. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram. Usually we say the stuff at the end, but we're gonna tell you right now, go do it. Check it out. It's right there. There. It's somewhere. I'm gonna put it in the spot. So the question that came in from I Heart My Noodle or I Love My Noodle, we just call you Noodle. We don't even know if you're a guy or a girl, but thanks for commenting.
Thanks for your questions and comments, and all of you other viewers could also do that as well.
Yeah, so the question that came in was,
how would we feel knowing that our birth family, either birth mom or siblings or parents or whoever, was looking for us and we found out about it? So a lot of the questions that come up when we talk about being adopted have to do with the search, and we've discussed that at length in a couple of the other videos, but you know, we're pretty content with the level of searching that we've put out there, and we've talked about that a lot. But one of the questions that Noodle kind of brought up is, how would we respond if we found that we were being searched for? To put ourselves in those shoes, or like if we suddenly got found now, like, you know, it's hard to speculate what that would be like, but just to think about it and have that be an exercise that maybe provides some closure or something like that, you know? So
real interesting one when that came in. I was like, because honestly, I've never even thought about that before. You know, because as an adoptee, you're always the one, you know, like putting forth the effort and going and finding your birth family. And, you know, that's where all these triumphant stories come across. They're like, hey, you know, we spent some time looking for a birth family. And guess what? We found them. They're over there in that room. What?
That's weird. That would be like the ultimate twist.
Right? Surprise!
So by the way, Brett. Never mind.
Are you gonna do that? Are you gonna surprise me with my birth mom?
One day I'm just gonna be like, so I found your birth
family. Mom, I found you.
Oh, there's nobody. There's no guess.
She wasn't there.
There was nobody there.
She wasn't there.
Yeah, so it's an interesting question. It's definitely something to think about, or you know, just an interesting exercise in existentialism. I don't know. Like, what would you, if that were to happen today and we got that same information that we're looking for? I mean, it's very possible that there are other siblings out there that were also adopted or whatever, and maybe they're looking, and what if you get that letter? And I don't really like to play the what if game. Like, I'm not big on surprises, and I'm not big on, you know, speculation, but for the purposes of just kind of putting ourselves in that headspace, it's definitely an interesting question. So I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, if I found out, and specifically birth mother, you know, because that's what we talk about. If my birth mom was looking for me and I got this message on Facebook one day, or, you know, any of the social media sites right there. Because
she liked and followed.
Yeah, she liked, followed, shared, and subscribed. Thanks, Mom. If she were to do that, I mean, I'd have a conversation. You know, I'd be curious enough as to know why she was searching for me. You know, because whether it's, you know, regret, whether it's recompense, you know, any of these other things, like, you know, why they would be looking. I mean, I'd have to know. I'm a genuinely curious person, though. I was the kid that used to take apart things and get yelled at because I couldn't remember how to put it back together. But I needed to take it apart in order to find out how it worked. And I guess that's kind of how I would take the relationship as well. If my birth mom were to seek me out and be like, hey, I would love to get coffee sometime. But if she said Starbucks, then it's a no.
Because we're snobs.
No, snobs.
Yeah, I think there's a part of me that is just so inherently distrustful of a lot of stuff that I'd be like, what's this scam all about?
How
right?
much money do you need?
Oh, maybe I'm a Nigerian prince. Like, thank you. I know that I know without a doubt that would be my initial reaction, right? Would be to be like,
yeah, for sure. So skeptical.
Okay, what? Prove it, right? Which I don't even know how you go about proving that because I mean I know what I have access to.
Yeah.
So
Here's
we'd
what you
have
looked
to
like
go
as a
to
baby.
we'd have to go to another doctor and get a DNA test, I guess, in order for me to like really accept that. I think.
Yeah.
There's a part of me that like I have had the thoughts about siblings before. Like I've had the thought about what if I were to run into other siblings that are either half siblings or adopted or they were finding me or whatever. And I think that'd be interesting. I actually, we know a friend of a friend that actually had that experience, but as part of her search found a bunch of extended family. And I think that'd be fascinating because I don't think that I would have the connection to siblings that or that apprehension that we have when we talk about parents, right? Like I know
it'd be a little bit different.
Yeah, I know that like if my birth parents, my birth mom were to find me, and like first there'd be that skepticism, and then there would be a period of like, well, what the crap?
Yeah.
Like,
why are you showing up now?
What's going on? Like, you know, why are we needing to have this conversation? Like, and I would feel compelled to have the conversation. Like, I need to know.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would be the same with siblings. I honestly think it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
well, you were an only child.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I have two brothers. My younger brother's also adopted from Korea. We are not blood brothers. I've grown up with them, the good, the bad, the everything else that goes along with having siblings. But I can see, like, you know, being able to build a friendly relationship, you know, with something like that. That I think would be easier for me than probably the, you know, either mom or dad or whatever.
Right. I think there's a level of it where we would say that it'd be hard to start a relationship with somebody that you've already grieved. You know, like with those parental relationships, we have a separation, and then what they would say is a trauma, and then a grieving period where we grieve that loss.
Yep.
And you know, from other examples as well that are a little more concrete in my life, I would say that it'd be harder to rekindle something that I've already come to terms with losing. Whereas like siblings, you never know, right? And so like there's a part of that that's still new and exciting and would be like, you know, it's nothing that I've let go of. It's not a you know, so that would be more of a novelty. But I think it'd definitely be difficult to have that conversation. I know it's possible too. Like you know, highly unlikely, but possible.
Yeah. I mean, if I had like a super rich, fun uncle out there, love to hang out with him. He can take me out on his yacht and his private helicopter. He could like, share, and subscribe. You know, all that stuff.
Hey guys, Ken's here.
Ooh, hi Ken.
Hey guys.
How's it going?
Good.
You want to be on film? Wait. Oh, no, you just look like a shadow. You look really creepy. That's our answer. Tell us what your guys' thoughts are in the comments below. If your birth parents were searching for you and they reached out, would you answer them? Would you talk with them? Or would you just kind of blow them off type of thing? So let us know what your guys' thoughts are. Make sure you comment those questions below. Put a comment on Facebook, on Instagram, any of these things in order for us to be able to get that. And then reach out to you. We'd love to talk. I don't have an outro. Ooh. Should I go back looking at the snow again?
Probably, yeah. You should probably go look there.
Should I just be like this?
One adoptee may or may not have a family out there looking for him. He's like one of so many snowflakes that
Are you out there?
Make a blizzard.
I can't close the window, it's cold.
Why are you...
Ah!